Yes. 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 Ipunguze mpaka hiyo standard ya kueleweka. Yeah. Hapo nayo sikiza hapo. Halo. Ndugu watazamaji tunazidi kuwakaribisha katika ukumbi huu. Si muda mrefu sherehe zinaanza. Wageni waliko wote watoke nje ili waingie ndani. Halo. Bepo. Taweka ngapi tunaweza kwanza. Hamna tatizo.
Yes. So, good morning and good afternoon to our viewers right here in Tanzania, but as well as India. We are warmly welcoming you to another game, yet another game in the APL. I'll be your host, Sebastian Koloa, and I'll be joined by my other commentators later on. But For now, we are in the second game of the day. Second game of the day. The first game was between True Challengers and Temple Stars, and True Challengers managed to win that game by 141 runs against 111 of Temple Stars. It was a very nice game that went on in the morning, but now we are moving on to another game, and as you can see, the umpires are already in there as the game is starting. This is the APL, which started yesterday, the Advanced Players League 2020. 6 teams are participating. Already a total of 3 games have been played, and we are heading on to the 4th game. Yesterday 2 games were played, and today we are going to have 3 games. We're in the second game. The teams involved are Buffalo Blasters, Simba Kings, Temple Stars, True Challengers, Royal Rhinos, and Twiga Titans. Our sponsors, Computer Center, we thank them very much, as well as Unity Computers, Delta High-Tech Sci Health Care Center. We have Reliance Insurance, Sterling, West Point, Tanform, Speak and Span, as well as Crystal. It's the Advanced Players League 2020, which involves local Tanzanian players only. And these 6 teams were made by the Association of Cricket of Tanzania, and they balance the team so that they can make sure every advanced player from the country, from all over the country, from different regions in Tanzania, can participate here. So we have under 19s, we have the national team players, we have elite players. All of them were organized and made these 6 teams. I'm joined by my commentator here, another commentator here, Mr. Ashish. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah.
To bet. So today the Royal Rhinos are coming in with Ahil Jassani, Raslan Premji, Ashish Kamania the captain, Baraka, Robert, Issa, Safari, who really played well yesterday, Jumaine Muscater, who scored a rapid 56, Shafan, Sefu Khalifa, Vikram Rathore, Yash Hirwania, and Zamo Ramadhani. Simba playing their second game, coming in with Benson, Gokul Das, Issa Kikasi, Ivan Ismail, Jatin Prajapati, Mohamed Ali, Mohamed Yunus, Muzamil Hussein, Salimani Yusuf, Stewart Kaduma, and their captain Zafar Khan. Remember, Simba played the first game yesterday and won. Rhinos losing their first game to the Tigers yesterday, so definitely looking for a big win today to get back into the tournament. Every team has played so far, and I think they've got a fine feel of the pitch and the conditions now. So we are quite confident that we'll be seeing a very different set of skills coming out today from these players, knowing what they need to do. Jumaine Muscater and Vikram Rathore starting for the Rhinos today.
Yes, Jumaine had a very quite a good game yesterday, and he reached the half century, right?
56,
so
yeah.
He reached 56, and I think he has the highest score up to now.
That's correct.
Yeah. So we're trying to see how he's going to fare today. Remember that they lost yesterday. They lost their game, so I think they want to come back a bit stronger. But they had some serious bowling. So let's see. They are starting as batsmen, and they have decided to start strong. So we have Jumaine and Vikram.
They're going to be facing, remember, Mohamed Yunusi in fine form yesterday.
Yes, the boy from Tanga.
Correct. The youngster has been in good form, so it's going to be interesting to see how Jumaine squares up with Yunusi. Zafar looking confident, and it's always good to get your first win on the belt in the first day.
That is very correct. I think, what about the weather? In the morning it looked like it was going to rain, but a few drops dropped in a few parts of Dar-es-Salaam. But we are thankful that it didn't pour so much and we can have this game today. And maybe, what impact do you think that weather condition is going to have on the pitch compared to yesterday?
The condition in the morning was a bit damp, but then it's a new pitch, so they were well covered yesterday. Wasn't so much of a problem. The carry was very good on this pitch. It's been dry since about 7 o'clock and good wind across the ground, so the ground has dried up, the pitch has dried up. So I think there shouldn't be any significant changes in the course of the game. You can see some work going on at the wickets. So we have a bit of a delay in starting. We're waiting for the first ball.
The first game was very interesting. There were a lot of points scored, but a few fours, a few sixes as well.
Yes, a couple of big hits from both the sides. But obviously Chui running away with the game. Chui's got good firepower playing for them with Zuziki leading them to victory quite easily. Jatin doing really well, and the under 19 performed very well today, taking 3 key wickets and also winning man of the match in the first game. We're all set. See, the umpire will be signaling play shortly, with Yunusi coming in to bowl to Jumaina Mascotier for the first ball. And with everyone joining us just now, this is the second game of the day. Yunusi starting with a dot ball. Jumaina trying to nudge it to leg for a single, but wasn't successful.
We're expecting some big hits from him again. He's had a good day yesterday. He hasn't been so good since the year started, right? But yesterday he showed some serious batting.
Yes, he had a limb patch. For a couple of months, and obviously we had the break in between. So he was very excited yesterday. He really wanted to perform, and I think yesterday's knock is going to give him a lot of confidence. But he was class. You know, some of the shots that he played yesterday was just absolutely brilliant cricketing shots. Yunusi coming in for the second ball. Oh, and that's a wicket being done by the bounce. A simple catch for Zafar at first slip.
Bad news for all riders.
Being able to add to his total tally of 56 yesterday, and his innings come to an end. An ideal start for Simba, but not an ideal start for the Rhinos, who are definitely looking for a win today.
Yes, and they have lost their key man there, who had a very nice game yesterday, but today he hasn't had even one run. But Mohamed Yunusi started well yesterday as well when his team won against the Buffalo Blasters. Yeah, he started well. He's the one who started the first 2 overs, I think, in the in the first over.
Consecutive overs.
Yeah. In the first 2 overs, and I think in the first over there was no run attained by the Buffalo.
Yes, he gave a maiden over in the first one.
Yeah.
And I think he gave 2 in the second. He's a very composed bowler. Now coming in is Robert Baraka, who played well for his 20 yesterday. Yunusi will be motivated. These are under 19 players who've been in the same team but now facing each other. So it's going to be an interesting 4 balls coming up.
Yunusi is having a good bowling session, I think. And his confidence levels must have gone up after bowling out Jumanne, who proved to be a force to be reckoned with yesterday, despite his team losing. But he did very, very well.
He did well, very well, and obviously getting an in-form bowler out in the first over 4-0 does do a lot for the confidence of the bowler. He's mixing up his deliveries, the short, the full, balls coming towards the batsman. Baraka playing steady, knowing that his role is important, coming in 1 down today. The par minimum, as you saw yesterday, the 130 mark, has been the par score in the tournament till now. Anything that less than that has been easy for the teams to chase. Baraka playing with soft hands. And the Rhinos sitting at 1 for 1. Another bouncer.
Yes, and finally
they get a bye for a single, and that keeps Baraka Robert on strike for the second over. That's going to be bowled by, who's coming in? Let's see. Looks like we've got another youngster who'll be starting. Zafar showing confidence in his younger players of the team. And why not? They've done well for him yesterday.
that is very correct. They did so well yesterday, and he had to take matters to his own hands later on, but he helped the team after they had already done a lot of damage.
That's true.
Yeah, I think today people are going to witness better games because the confidence levels have gone up of the team as well. But they are also getting their heads in the game. They already know that it's just a competition and they are going to perform well regardless. And so I think the tension and the pressure has fallen off their shoulders, especially for the teams that won yesterday, including Simba. I think the pressure is not on their shoulders that much, and they have started the game very, very well. As we can see right now, Salmin Yusuf.
Salmin Yusuf, under 19 bowler. So very good for a captain having two under 19 players really performing well.
Yes, that's Mohamed Yunusi and Salmin Yusuf.
Yes.
Right now. Oh, they've done it again.
So wide ball.
That's a wide ball. Yeah.
I think there was a sound, but probably the bat hitting the ground, not the ball taking the edge. Very experienced umpires out in the middle today.
Yeah, exactly. The same thing I wanted to say. Huge appeals since yesterday, but they have stuck to their own understanding of the game, and this has helped that much. And they have another single there.
It's staying a bit low. Baraka had to adjust to get his bat on the ball. Vikram coming in to face Salmin for the first time. Vikram didn't have a great game yesterday, but he is a good opening batsman for his local team. Can score big. I'm sure he's looking for a good game today to get into the tournament. The Rhinos starting slow at the moment with 4 for 1. Good ball there. Played straight back to the bowler. And that's another snake. Salmin getting the better of Vikram this time. Vikram going for a duck today as well. So both the openers have gone for 0. Yunusi taking 1 and Salmin taking the other. Fine keeping by Issa Kikasi at the back. Rhinos are definitely at the top at the moment. With 4 runs and 2 wickets down, both the opening batsmen going back without disturbing the scores today. Good game. So the challenging one though. Salmin did well there. That's Salmin and Mohamed from the under 19, right? Yes, from the under 19 setup.
I think the way the national team coach has put his emphasis on the under 19s as well, I think this has helped these under 19s become more aware of the game, but also it has boosted their level of confidence because they're becoming very, very good players.
Absolutely. Well, the way they have been bowling to the senior team members, they're doing pretty well, and they don't look that they are from a different stage. They've actually come and shown their patience. They've shown their skills, and some of these players are already threatening the existing senior players in the national team. So I'm sure Steve is loving everything that he's seeing from the boys. Salmin coming to Ashish Kamania as a captain, and that's a wide ball. Ashish Kamania, who's been in fine form in the local league, had a bad day yesterday. I think the ball stayed a bit low. Now he's going to play a captain's inning today. It's come in quite early in the game, so it's going to be good to see how he applies himself.
You also had a good game yesterday, and you said you're going to utilize that because he's your namesake, so maybe you use his picture. You use his stats. His stats. Keep your picture. Keep your picture. But commenting is good enough for you, A lot of people are hearing you right now, and they are saying they love it when you comment because you know the players, you've seen them for a very long time, but also Your anticipation is not that bad.
Anyway, it's been a good experience. I've never done this before on live TV.
Yeah, but
It's always good.
that's why we are saying this game is evolving, because the game had only been broadcasted live, I think, once ever.
Yes, I think that was the MCC game last year.
Yes, and it was not broadcasted abroad, so it was just broadcasted here in Tanzania.
I believe it was just a broadcast, not with any commentary.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's good. It's good. It's evolving. Everyone's looking forward to the link. Now I have friends in the UK who were following it yesterday. My family in Canada. My cousin used to play for the national team, who's now in Canada, so he's enjoying it as well. He was quite excited to see Ijaz umpiring, who's been in the cricket framework for a very long time. Yakesh, who my cousin played with at the national level. So it's good for the older guys who are outside the country to see that some of their colleagues are still playing.
And to see what they started growing, because at the end of the day, it's all about growth. Right now we see it's the game between Royal Rhinos and Simba Kings. And Mohamed Yunusi from Simba Kings is the one bowling right now. He's had a good game up to now. Both him and Salmin Yusuf. They've had 2 wickets. It's the third over with 6 runs. That's not a bad margin.
They've started well. Simba started well, and obviously with the loss of 2 wickets, Ashish has to play a bit. Oh wow! What a ball! That was a bouncer. A wide going for a 4. That's going to be 5 runs for the Royals. That was a vicious ball by Yunusi.
I can't keep up with him.
That was a long ball for a full dive,
but he couldn't do it.
Reach.
Yeah. I also love the way his walk after he's done the damage. Has a confidence walk.
Correct.
See?
He does ball with a plan. Actually listens very well. He's a very good listener of the game. When the captain's talking to him, he does listen very well.
That's all that we need. That's all we need to hear. Because
I have
this is the future.
That he plays for Gymkhana, and I've seen him practicing every week with us. So he's a very bright talent for Tanzania. I'm sure the boy has big things for him ahead. And again, he's been coached by Steve, who is very well known now, internationally and locally as well. But also Riziki, who brought him into the cricket game. And you've seen Riziki today in the morning. He's a fine athlete, a good cricketer, and a very good captain. So Yunusi is in safe hands.
Not giving any chance to Ashish Kamania. But Ashish is also, I think he has to play with caution. Both of them, Ashish and Baraka, have to play with caution after what happened in the first 2 overs. So they're trying to make sure they don't lose another batsman so
Correct.
soon. Yeah.
They probably want to rebuild at the moment. Just get a bit of momentum behind them. A couple of big overs can change the course of the game. Ashish has been around for a very long time, so he knows that he shouldn't take any pressure. The game can change, and he is a game changer. He's got big shots in him.
Correct.
So I still think the Rhinos still have a very good chance in this game, despite losing 2 early wickets.
As we saw yesterday and in the first game, surprises do happen. Well, not a lot of surprises in the first game today, but yesterday there were a lot of surprises yesterday. There were anticipated runs that were never reached in the first two in the two games yesterday, in both games yesterday. So let's see how this game moves on. Anything can happen anytime.
Right. It's a game of fine margins. T20 has always been a game of shifting from over to over. A wicket can make a difference. A big over for the batsman can make a difference. So the Rhinos are doing well at the moment, but obviously eventually the dot balls will add pressure, and currently they're at 11 for 2 in 3.3, with the captain faced I think 6 balls and still on 0, and Baraka on 3.
Salmin is bowling now to Baraka. Both under 19, right?
Yes, both under 19.
Yes, they got it.
Good run from Ashish, trying to keep the run rate, the scoreboard ticking.
Yeah. Ashish has another opportunity to get to the game. And as you said earlier, he's a big hitter, so he can change the course of the game anytime. A few good runs.
True. Salmin coming in.
Oh,
good ball. Played safely to the fielder. No run there. I think Zafar is looking very, very calm at the moment. Zafar looking very calm at the moment. His 2 opening bowlers doing the job for him.
With the way the game, with the way the game is proceeding, I think Ashish, that commentator's game is going to happen. I think. I think I'm motivated enough now to be involved in the pitch as well. I think we're going. I told you yesterday that this is motivating not only the players and the teams that are outside, but also the audience is motivated, and we are motivated as well. I believe you want to come out of retirement and maybe get a few runs yourself.
I still play.
You still play?
I still play. I still have a few years left to play. Besides me right now, obviously we don't have a camera here, but I've got 2 40 players boys still playing.
See?
So yeah, I have enough confidence to still continue playing. But yeah, no, this event should be left for the advanced players.
Exactly.
Because they look fitter. And you know, I don't want to embarrass myself on the screen and allowing you to say anything nice about me on screen.
And allowing your friend Atif as well to say something about you, because yesterday his team was losing and he was losing his mind as well. But today we're going to have Atif as well here in the commentary session. He's also the information and communication officer of TCA.
Sure.
He's going to give us, but he's the manager. His team is playing right now, right?
Yes, the Rhinos obviously.
The Rhinos is his team. So they lost yesterday, and the way things are going right now, they are redeeming themselves. They are getting back to the game. It's still just the 5th over. They've had 13 of 2 in the 5th over. So they're not doing very bad compared to the way they started, but I think they need to get the runs. They need to get the singles and doubles, and maybe a few boundaries as well. Because as you see, Mohamed Yunusi is still doing a very good job bowling.
True.
And his confidence is also building up a bit more. So I think they have a tough job, and it's going to be an uphill if they proceed like that.
I can't see Atif today, and obviously, you know. Oh, that's a drop by Issa. That was the second wicket for Baraka. Issa not being able to hold that. We'll have to see how expensive this is going to prove. Ashish just walking out of the center pitch, taking a couple of seconds to compose himself. Issa should be taking that catch, but this happens. Let's see how Yunusi comes back. And a good ball.
Yunusi is killing them.
That's raw pace for you. Raw pace with good skill. As you're saying, Sebastian, yeah, you know, we are a group of youngsters, I would like to say, with Atif, Adil, myself, Sanjay, Yash, and a number of others. Srijit, who's been part of the team, you know, volunteering. I can call ourselves bullies. We support each other, but we take a moment to sledge each other as well. It's always friendly banter between everyone, and that's what keeps all the teams entertained, keeps the players engaged. And I think the cricket fraternity is more like a family of players together. Everyone knows each other, and everyone enjoys the friendly banter that is exchanged between players and teams.
That is the only way that you can help each other win, you know? It's the only way that the game can develop, because everyone wants to become part of the family. Now, in those sports that people do not cooperate that well, and that's what we have been talking about. We've been saying about the Cricket Association here in Tanzania, especially this new committee, the way they have came to power and the way they have changed a few things, but at the same time preserving those things that are for the benefit of the sport. And we see we have a lot of youngsters, even in these teams. We have seen a lot of youngsters in all the teams, and the way they have been performing, and the way and their spirits, and how they have been challenging even the elite players in the national team. So, yeah, speaking about Issa, that you were speaking about yesterday, when he did some serious bowling yesterday.
Yeah, Issa Safari was very good yesterday,
including bowling out Kasim, who was man of that match.
True.
Yeah. So, and I had a chat with Kasim in the morning, and was asking him how much he thinks these youngsters are going to have an impact on the cricket national team. And he said, well, they're having a huge impact, and next year, I think the next competition, we are hosting the under-19 competition next year. And so we want our team to be one of the competitive teams, not just participating teams. And he was also speaking highly of Steve, the head coach, the new head coach, and how he has had an impact on the under-19s as well. So this is the fruits of that investments that the TCA has done in getting Steve as the head coach.
That's true, and you can actually see the results coming out quite quickly, considering that the first three, Steve only came in I think late January.
Yes,
and he had one tour with the team, and thereafter obviously we had the 3-month break of the pandemic. But they've done a good job with this under-19, and their performances and their levels of the skill set has really improved. So,
all Rhinos are trying to get the runs now. We see them
see the flowing,
back, yeah.
Some runs running, coming through the bat, some through leg buys, which the captain may not be happy about. But Simba Kings looking quite relaxed at the moment. They are on top. The run rate is not a usual T20 run rate. So Unfortunately, good shots finding the fielders. But then again, Salmini and Yunusi not giving room to the batsman. Salmini is into his third over, and Yunusi has done his 3, so obviously the captain deciding to go with his strike bowlers in the power play.
So it's the 6th over, 1 run to go, 1 ball to go. Oh, it's done. So it's they are going to the 7th over. It's 17 of 2. So Royal Rhinos still need to get themselves back to the game. They bowling out of 2. After the 2 batsmen were bowled out, I think that had a huge impact on them, and they are yet to come back. But they're doing better. They are getting now the singles and doubles as well. No 6 to be seen yet.
No 6, no 4, and there. See on the screen, another under-19 player coming to bowl. Gokul Das playing the first game today. So Zafar once again keeping faith on the young talent. Bowling to Ashish, who is obviously a national team player, Baraka, under 19. So it shows you, for a captain to utilize his under 19 players, it shows the confidence the captain has in these players. A full toss given to Baraka, dispatches it for, unfortunately does not go for a 4.
Some good running there from them, from from Ashish and Baraka. And this is what they have to do. To get back to the game, they have to get these singles, doubles, and 3 runs so that they can, get their heads back to the game. Because in the first 2 overs, it was all Salmini and Mohamed. Now they have a chance to get another run as well. So these runs, I think, will get them back to the game. And as you can see, their dugout is also turning up right now. They are getting back to their groove. Lala, that's Zafar. We were talking a lot about his nickname yesterday. Why is he called Lala? And I believe the cricket community worldwide knows who Lala is. And unfortunately, that's just
that's 2 runs.
That's 2 runs there, yeah. But it was, I thought we were having a first boundary. But yeah, I think the coordination of Simba is also very, very well crafted. Their coordination, that is one, but secondly, that is another wicket. Yes, there was an appeal. There was not a huge appeal, but it was a good one. Yeah. So all 3 under 19 bowlers who started off has had a wicket. Yeah. So that's a very good start for Gokul, who is having his first game today. Remember, Simba played yesterday, but he didn't play, and today he's following on along the lines of his under 19 fellows as well. So Salmin Yusuf is having a good game, but also Mohamed Yunusi, who has left. But now Gokul has had his own wicket as well. So Robert is out.
Robert going for 11 in 20, looking for wicket to Gokul. Just as the Rhinos were looking to settle in, they've lost a wicket. And Simba continuing to be on top in this game.
Making matters worse for Royal Rhinos. Sefu Khalifa is coming in.
Sefu, a left-handed batsman.
Yes.
And just looking at his stats, he's played 25 games, scored close to 300 runs. Looking at his T20, he averages, his strike rate is 61, So again, not a very explosive player, but a very explosive player in the shortest format of the game in T10. So it's going to be Ashish and him need to do something good to take the Rhinos to a respectable score. The captain so far not taking any risks, playing to the merit of the ball, and he scored 2 runs from 16 balls. Gokul coming in for his last delivery of his first over. Saifu glancing it, and there should be 2 over there, easy 2. And there is Saifu coming back for 2 runs. So that's the end of the 7 overs. And the Royal Rhinos sitting at 26 for 3, losing their first 3 batsmen. Obviously the first 2 going without troubling the scorer. Baraka going for 11. Saifu has just come in, and Ashish and Saifu need to build a partnership.
Yeah, Ashish is shooting 4 of 17, so he, as you said earlier, used a very good term. They need to get the score back to a respectable one, you know. They need to get Rhinos back to at least a respectable score, you know, because 26 in 7 overs is not going to be very, very nice for them. And also, especially taking into account the firepower that Simba have in batting. So they need to make sure that they increase that score, or else also the confidence levels on their side is going to be very challenging. They also had a lot of mistakes yesterday. I was speaking with Atif as well. He was not impressed with the mistakes that were made. I told him that you had a few mistakes, and he was like, no, not a few mistakes. We had a lot of mistakes. So I think today he wouldn't want anything like that to happen again today, and this is not a very, very good start for them.
They are on the back foot, and Salmini Yusuf was bowled really well today. 3 overs, 8 runs, 1 wicket. Zafar opting to complete Salmini's 4 overs, so Salmini continuing to bowl forward straight. A single there. Ashish gets in comfortably. We continue seeing the crowd coming in, and the game is building on slowly. Rhinos not having a boundary so far, trying to reconstruct an innings. As long as Ashish is out there, they have a good chance of posting a good score. But Salmini has been bowling really well, so it's going to be good to see Ashish just cutting the ball for a single, and a wayward throw from the fielder on third man, allowing Ashish to steal a second run. Another single for Ashish over there, taking the score to 29 runs, 30 runs, sorry. Sorry, there was 4 wides, 5 wides. Served by Salmini. Ashish allowing the ball to go down the leg. Not only do the under-19s add, the energy for the captain, but these under-19s are very good fielders, so helping the team save singles and keeping the pressure on the batsman.
So yeah, at least they're getting back to the game now. Royal Rhinos. They need to step the game up, but they're doing good at least now. So they are in the heading to the 9th over.
Yes, 9th over, that's correct. 8th over.
Yeah, it's 8th over, yeah.
8 overs finished, 34 runs for 3. Ashish, as you can see on the screen, 10 runs. And Khalifa 2 runs. But Ashish has been quite slow. It's 10 of 20 runs. There's a change in bowling. I see Mohamed Ali, famously known as Murli, coming in, a left-arm spinner, bowling to Ashish Kamania. The bowler setting his field.
Muhammad Ali had a ball yesterday as well, so
yes,
he has an experience of the pitch. All these players were training here, so we talk about experience of the pitch in competition-wise, but competition-wise, but we're not necessarily saying that others are playing for the first time, but we're saying the experience and the understanding of the game with live commentary, with live feed, with the cameras and with the audiences, and when something is on the line. So that is why we are mentioning that someone is already in the game because they played earlier on, because they played yesterday. So yeah, so I think Murli, you say Murli, Muhammad Ali is having a good game, and oh wow, I think they can get comfortable.
Single there for Ashish.
Comfortable single, yeah. They didn't want to risk it.
Again, bit of a change in the field for Seifu. Obviously Seifu, a left-handed batsman, Ashish, a right-handed batsman.
Oh, the mistakes that we were saying were not committed much by Simba. And now I think they have been. Well, it's the bowling technique, but I think also they have relaxed a bit, with the way things are going.
With the run rate,
yeah, the run rate.
They look very comfortable.
Is on their side.
Oh my God!
And they that's taken the captain out.
A big wicket.
Big wicket.
Ashish caught and bowled by Murli. That's a soft dismissal for Ashish, and that dents the Rhinos' hopes.
Muhammad Ali. Now every bowler that came in from Simba has a wicket now.
And they've taken a wicket in the first over.
Yeah, in the first over. This is a confident start for Simba today, and if they proceed like this, I think this game is not going to be as long as the other one.
You see there Ashish walking out.
Yeah, Kamania is out.
Looking big today. He was playing very responsibly. He had to play responsibly. As he came in, they'd already lost 2 wickets.
So the score is 36 of 4. Royal Rhinos batting against Simba Kings. Simba Kings are having a good game. They had a close game. Yesterday it was a close game between them and Buffalo. But
Yes.
today I think you never know. As we said, a few overs can change everything.
It's a game of 2 innings.
Yeah, so you never know. You never know what is going to happen. And but the confidence levels, we see the team captain there, Lala. Zahir is doing a very good job talking to the youngsters as well, but also adding value, you know, adding that that flair into the game. But I was speaking about the way they are set up. You can see how relaxed they are. I think it's also because of the setup that they have. They also have a lot of youngsters who are very active, I think. This is proving to be, the technique also, the technique that Muhammad Ali has, the spinning technique, I think is proving to be disadvantages. Zamo is in. He also had a good game yesterday.
Yeah, scored 20 odd,
Yeah,
2
he
big
has-
sixes. So Zamo needs to play, needs to be staying here till the end.
So let's see how he faces Muhammad Ali.
Bit of hesitation between the 2 batsmen, but getting home safely for 1 run. And that's the end of 9 overs. And the Royal Rhinos are 36 for 4. It's a run rate of 4 runs an over. Looking at this, if they continue this way, they'll probably be finishing at about 80 runs.
Yeah, so they finished the over with a run, with a single run, so it's 37 of 4, but still not a very respectable score, as you said earlier. It's not. This is going to be easy to chase, I think, for Simba. It's not going to be easy necessarily, but it won't be as hard as yesterday when they had to chase 121. So I think today is going to be not so good for the Rhinos. Yesterday they lost the game. Today they don't look like they're going to have a very, very nice one. So
It does leave them in a
wickets already.
difficult position now.
Yes, yes.
You know, if they do lose this game, I don't think qualification is in their control. Zafar bringing himself back in the attack for the first time today. Obviously, he had a good game yesterday with the bat and ball. Was the man of the match, so keeping the pressure on the batsmen, not allowing them to score, not giving them any room whatsoever.
yeah, I think I was with Azim or Sanjay. I'm not sure, but he was saying that Zafar, the idea that Zafar had the decision to bowl in the last 3 overs was a bit. And we have first 6. First 6.
That's a huge hit
Yes.
by Zamo.
Zamo, as we said
Stretching
earlier.
Zafar for a big 6. You can see he's already got the crowd entertained. Zamo looking very confident.
Yeah, as we said, he had a very good game yesterday, and he doesn't really think about the small runs, but also he takes them when he can.
Oh my! Oh.
And he's
Zafar coming back very strongly. Zamo getting bowled.
Oh,
So the problems continue.
6.
The problems continue for the Rhinos.
I was trying to avoid.
Batsmen not able to apply themselves.
You won't believe it, Ashish, but I was expecting. I was avoiding to say. That they need to get Zamo out. Just immediately after I avoided saying that, they took him out because yesterday we were talking about the curse of the commentator. Yeah, and I think that's exactly what
we are
happened.
not allowed to say, we are not allowed to think. But again, I don't understand why such thoughts don't work when we go to a casino.
Yeah, I tried to do that. So Dar-es-Salaam Prajapati is coming in for Royal Rhinos, trying to get the team back because they have had 5 wickets. Yes, yet. So it's 37 of 5. No, it's
43 for 5.
43 for 5. They run still. Simba have managed to come back. You know, their captain Zahir K. Lala just came in and he was hit, but then immediately he recovered, managing to take Zamoyoni out.
A slip put in for Dar-es-Salaam. Zafar and Dar-es-Salaam just respecting the first ball. Simba looking very confident at the moment. At this rate, they should be able to win this game quite easily. And coming in the commentary box now is Sanjay Bhatia, who's the chairman of the Dar-es-Salaam Cricket. And I'll be handing over. Thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you.
Yes,
the start of the second innings.
Just make sure you don't go to Atif and to make fun of him yet, because the way the game is going, I don't think he'll be very, very happy about his team, the way they have performed. But you have to give credit to Simba. They have started the game very, very well. They're doing a good job. The under-19s that started, but also everyone that came, including the captain himself.
That's a four by Sefu.
Sefu's going into the game.
Muli being dispatched for a four there. Muli coming in for a second ball. Safe on 7, Dar-es-Salaam on 0. It should be a wide ball. Seifu trying to get on that ball, trying to dispatch it for a 6. A full toss, a juicy full toss. He missed it. Should be an easy single for Seifu there.
Seifu's going to the game. He's going into the game, and he has to because they have lost 5 good batsmen, and including Jumande, who had a very, very good game yesterday, but also Zafar took Zamoyoni out, and just immediately after Zamoyoni got the first 6 of the game. So I think they have to get back to the game, and maybe the presence of Seifu in the team, in the Royal Rhinos team right now, is going to be good. He's batting 8 of 7. That's not a very bad score, taking into account how the game has started. How the game started. So Muhammad Ali is on the bowling now, and he's bowling to Dar-es-Salaam. Dot ball there. I was trying to say, I wanted to say this. The TCA is doing a good job, and you can see sometimes when we speak here, people are asking themselves, why is the information officer, why is maybe a member of a certain team commenting, why is this person commenting while he has interest in one of the teams or the team? That's what I like about TCA, is that everyone has a lot of cups. They're trying to make sure that they take things, they make this game develop. They're trying to make sure that the youngsters see the spirit in their leaders, and so they cannot lag behind as well, because they have to cope with what the management or the committee is doing. So a huge hand of congratulations to the TCA, because they're doing a very, very good job.
Absolutely. We've actually got to change. Sanjay has, as you just said, Sanjay had to wear another cap very quickly to do another job today. But I'll now join with Adil Qasim, who will be commenting with you for the next 9 overs. Adil, welcome and enjoy.
Well, as Adil is getting himself comfortable here so that he can join in the good game that we're having today, I would like to remind you of our sponsors that we have in the Advanced Players League 2020 here in Dar-es-Salaam at the Gymkhana Grounds. So we're going to have Computer Center, the Unity Computers, Delta High-Tech Sci Healthcare Center. We have Reliance Insurance Company. We have G1 Security, Sterling, also in Tanfo Marusha, West Point, Crystal Management and Maintenance Services, as well as Speak and Span. The game proceeding right now is between Royal Rhinos, who are batting against Simba Kings, and the score is 50 of 5. We are in the 12th over. Welcome, Adil.
Thanks Ashish, and thanks Sebastian.
So yeah, so we have the impact of the under 19 players. We've seen a lot of under 19 players doing a very, very good job. In Simba Kings, we just saw Yunusi, Mohamed Yunusi, proceeding with how he started yesterday. He started very well yesterday, and now the captain Zafar Khan is also pushing Rhinos to the limit. You know, he's trying to make sure they work. But what do you think of the under 19's talent and performance in the competition as a whole since yesterday?
Well, if you see Mohamed Yunusi, he's a raw player, especially with his age under 19, means he's got 10, 15 more years, really good years to come. And with this pace, Tanzania cricket is going to come really, really good up.
And that's all we need. We need role models. We need youngsters seeing their fellow youngsters proceeding to become elite players and proceeding to having opportunities.
Indeed, yeah.
Oh, that's just a single, but it looked like Arslan had a good hit there, but Zafar has his players well arranged.
Zafar, he is a very, very good experienced player and a captain. He really, really thinks hard and these boys proper instructions to go about. Another good one is Murli.
Yes, Muhammad Ali, and so Zafar is living up to his nickname.
100%.
100%.
We call him Lala.
Yeah. So he's living up to his nickname, because you cannot have a nick. Oh.
That was cheeky.
That was cheeky. That was an awkward one, but luckily for Arslan, there was the perimeter was not set so well. So maybe that would have been a huge blow on Royal Rhinos if Arslan was taken out. He still has only 1 run.
Indeed, 5 wickets down, and if he was out 6, oh, what a shot. There should be 4 runs.
Yeah, that's 4 runs. That's another boundary that we have there. It is from Sefu. Immediately, Sefu is getting his team back to the game. He's had...
Sefu is a very good left-hand batsman.
Yeah, he's had 13 of 9, so that's not so bad comparing to the way they started. We are in the 13th over. The score is still 56 of 5.
56
57 for 5.
These two, they have to take the score to 16, 17 overs and then launch.
Was a huge blow to lose one of the biggest hitters, including Zamoyoni and Yumane. They're going for two, and that's risky there, but they managed to get the two. That's some good running there.
The throw was wayward. Once Salmini and Mohamed Yunusi grow up, I think they are going to be really, really crucial for Tanzania.
Yes, they're showing good pace. They're showing techniques, but also I think under the guidance of Zafar, Zafar is doing a good job in this game today. But also, you know, the way this competition is organized, the process of getting these players and making sure that they are, you know, they are put in different games, sometimes in different teams, sometimes players who have been playing in the same club are coming they become in the same team, but also sometimes they are not involved in the same team, so they are learning how to cope with new players as well in the same at the same time.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this APL.
Yeah, so we have Jatin. His first ball is a single.
That's the beauty of APL. You get to play in jail with other players who are playing higher divisions, better players. So the inexperienced one get experienced, and the experienced one guide those ones to become even better.
One of the highlights of yesterday was when a young boy, Issa, bowled out the man of the match, Karim. So
Let's go. Let's stump.
That's another wicket there. So right now we see that all the bowlers from Simba are getting wickets. Jatin living up to the expectation as well. Jatin, Prajapati taking out Dar-es-Salaam.
This is what I had said.
Yeah.
They had to sit there until 16, 17 overs, then launch. Now the next batsman is his colleague in his team, AK, Ahil. He's a left-hander, very good batsman, very good bowler, very good fielder.
Dar-es-Salaam is out with 4 runs. Sefu Halifa trying his best not to get out. He has 15, and it's important for him to stay, as you said earlier, Adil. They have to make sure that they stay for a few overs before they launch.
These two, I think, are the most recognized batsmen. The last two of recognized batsmen.
Ahil and Sefu.
Yes.
Oh.
Then we have the bowlers, Yashirwania, Safwan, the wicketkeeper, and Issa Safari.
Ashish has a huge job now, and he's out there, so he has to talk to he has to lead from outside now, because he was also bowled out, but I think Simba are doing a very, very good job in this game.
They have contained really, really well. That's an edge. They might get 2 for that.
I think there was no chance for 3. So they got the 2. Still, Simba Kings are living comfortably in this game.
The Royal Rhinos have to at least make 125, 130 to get a game out of it.
And this is going to be it's going to be an uphill, because in the 14th over, they're only on 62.
They need to climb Mount Kilimanjaro from here.
For real. Especially with the fact that some of their best batsmen have been bowled out. Jatin is bowling to Ahil, the newcomer. I think Ahil played yesterday as well. Yeah, he played yesterday as well. And Jatin also had a huge impact on Simba yesterday when playing Buffalo Blasters. He had a good bowling session, and he's oh, that's a
That's a
close.
close.
And that's an appeal.
No, he's in. He's in.
He's in. Oh.
It
Oh.
was very, very risky.
Simba already had started cheering, but he was in, and that's the advantage of having experienced umpires. The appeal was very huge. If the umpire was not, did not know what he was doing, that would have been
Disaster.
a disaster. Yeah. And since we are witnessed by a lot of cricket enthusiasts, especially abroad there, that would have been a huge disaster. But yeah, we thank God that we have these two great
Very good
umpires.
umpires.
Yeah,
Very, very
good
good
umpires.
umpires.
Yeah.
But we saw how Seifu was fast. He's quick. He's lightning fast.
Yes, he has 15 runs now of 11, which is not so bad. Not so bad. Zamo was taken out immediately after launching the first 6 of the game. And that was a huge blow. And he was taken out by
Zafar
the
is
captain,
changing
Zafar.
and chopping his bowling really, really well. He's come himself now.
Okay. Here's a spinning technique. Oh. Starts with the lob.
Because of the left-handers and he's an off-breaker, it's going to be difficult for the batsman to hit him.
For Seifu, yeah. But Seifu is also a left-hander, right?
Yes, both the batsmen are left-hander now. That's the reason he has brought himself.
A chance for 2 runs. They're trying to take it. A bit of hesitation, and he's in. Some good running there from Ahil and Seifu.
They are very, very quick.
Yes. And we have been saying this. These singles and doubles are very important, before you launch. But you can get a few singles and doubles, not just in adding up to the tally, but also it helps them regain their confidence.
Exactly. It's a T20, yes, but if you take singles and doubles, your confidence build, you get to the 6 inches, and then last 3-4 overs, you can launch really, really hard.
Correct. Oh, that was a good hit. Only to
Equally
get
a good fielding and a good throw.
Yeah, a good fielding and a good throw. And a good hit. Wow, the captain is doing a good job. He's bowling himself. He's bowling, but he has his team well set up.
That's a short ball or missed.
Wow.
This should have been dispatched.
I wish we can see the dugout of Simba and Royal Rhinos, especially Royal Rhinos. I think the dugout will be very, very uncomfortable right now. They were starting to get back to the game, but that's another good hit, and
A very good
but yeah,
fielder.
a very good fielder again.
Score is
So
37 for 6.
Yeah, 37 for 6. Want to see the bench now, how the bench looks like. The Rhino bench is unmotivated right now. They have to be. They are not well. I think our guys are going to give us that bench right now so that we can see the faces, the faces, because Simba are having a very good game. 67 of 6, 15th over.
That's a good hit and a good run.
Seifu and Ahil have managed to remain in the game. And they are the last, as you said, they are the last.
Recognized batsman.
Yeah, so anything after that is not going to be a very nice
going to
thing for Royal Rhinos.
It's going to be a downhill.
Downhill, yeah. And as we said earlier, we had in the first game today, that is when between Chui Challengers and Temple Stars, right?
Yes.
We had the bigger margin. We had, but that's another forward there. Then another boundary by
That's a good hit by Ahil.
Ahil. Yeah, that's a very good game. So what I was saying earlier is that in the game between Chui Challengers, where Chui won against Temple Stars, we had the greatest tally runs was 141, followed by Simba, I think, who got 129 yesterday. No, not Simba. I think Twiga got 139 yesterday, I think.
135.
135. So that was a good tally as well. Today, Royal Rhinos have not started so well in the 15th. They are having only 67 of 6.
73 for 6.
73 for 6. 73 for 6, sorry.
Seifu has stuck to his basics. He's taking singles and doubles,
And he's adding to his tally. He has 18 now. He's leading his team.
And he's not slow as well. He's 18 from 15 balls, which is very good at the moment.
Yeah, that is very good for them. And also taking into account the firepower that that Simba have in batting, this might be a walk in the park if it continues like this.
Indeed, but in cricket, anything can happen. If they have collapsed, even the best of the best can go down really, really fast.
Especially in the APL, we have witnessed surprises, a few surprises. Yesterday we had anticipated 150s and 160s in the two games, but in the end,
today is another day.
Yeah, you never know what will happen. Yeah,
that's really, really well played.
Well played by Ahil and Seifu. 2 runs there. Oh, they made it, just made it. 2 runs. Seifu is bringing his team back to the game, and right now they are also psyched up.
Their partnership is 17 runs from 2.4 overs. That is 100% strike rate.
Not so bad, not so bad.
This is what they need. Now 2 more overs, 7 each, 14. So there will be 91. And the last 2 can go for 20, 22, 25. So at least some respectable total will be on the board.
They've taken him out. Oh no.
Oh.
Yes, they have taken him out. That's
stumped.
Jatin.
That's Zafar.
Jatin.
Lala.
Zafar, yeah. Lala is leading by example. And he has managed to take Seifu Khalifa out. Oh, that's a huge wicket for the Simba Kings. Every time things look to be going well for Royal Rhinos, immediately Simba Kings strike back.
That's what all cricket about. We were just talking about 2 more overs, 7 runs, and then last 2 can go for 20. But then the captain himself, the destroyer.
The destroyer. I think that's a good name. That's a good nickname as well. Lala the destroyer.
You can see Safwan and Ail giving him instructions how the bowling is coming and what they need to do.
Safwan has been introduced. One of those that are not, those unrecognized batsmen, right?
He's got the highest score in a T10 of 36. And his strike rate is 133. If he stays and hits, they really stay hit. But then he's going to face the destroyer, aka Lala.
Zafar, the captain, spinning to Safwan, who has just come in for Seifu. Oh, and he started well. Two runs. Nice.
Now the righty-lefty combination is very important for them. But these last 4 overs, if these two stay, that's that nudged and 1 run. That's very, very nicely done.
And these are important. The singles and doubles will build up into becoming something. They just have to make sure that they don't concede another wicket, because that is going to be challenging for them, and it, instead of boosting their morale, it will damage them psychologically as well.
Ahil has done really, really well. 11 runs from 12 balls.
Yes, he's following on the footsteps of... Oh,
That's a good shot
good
again.
hit. Good fielding as well.
That's Ismail in the boundary. 2 runs to Ahil.
That's a good fielding. Yesterday we were saying that there were a lot of mistakes, maybe, or a few mistakes that were made by fielding teams, and maybe today they have a chance of reviving themselves from those mistakes, learning from those mistakes, and Simba is one of them. They've shown a great game today, great bowling technique, but also great fielding, not missing most of the balls, not dropping a lot. We've witnessed, I think, only 1 drop.
Yeah, in cricket, you know,
Oh,
you get a
another
lot
drop.
of chances. If you take them, you're on top.
Another dot ball there from Zafar, doing a good job.
Zafar's spell is only remaining with 1 ball. He's bowled 3.5 overs, 1 maiden, 15 runs and 2 wickets. Should be a wide, I guess. Yes, indeed, it's a wide. Zafar trying to experiment in something for his last ball. The score moves to 84 for 7 in 16.5.
Oh,
really
that's a good hit. And
Well fielded.
well fielded. Again.
2 runs to Safwan. That's the good thing of having under 19. See how he was going.
Yes. Runs very fast. Having a good game as well. Safwan since he came in. Ahil has 13 of 14. Safwan 5 of 3. The score is 86 of 7. It's the 17th over that just ended. We're heading over to the 18th over. It's the game between Royal Rhinos, who are batting against Simba Kings. Advanced Players League 2020 here in Tanzania. All the players you see here are local players. So that is why we are insisting that. That's why also Adil Kasim here was insisting that there's a bright future for Tanzania, because not only these players are these players are local, but we have a lot of under 19s. Oh, one run.
Ahil is going for. Oh no.
A
Good
bit,
fielding.
it was a bit hesitant, but and that would have proved to be disadvantageous to them if had they tried that second run.
Zafar has changed and chopped his bowlers very, very well. He's got 1 over of Yunusi. Mohamed Ali is finishing his last over. And then he has Jatin, who can bowl 1, or Gokul does 1.
The good thing is that all the bowlers who came in today, Zafar's side, have managed a wicket, and that was,
That's really, really quick running.
yeah, quick running from Safwan and Ahil, doing a very good job there, trying to get their team back. Second ball now, the third ball now.
He's keeping his field intact. He is crunched down the ground for 1 run.
These are important as well. You know, the singles and doubles, boosting morale, getting back to the game. At the same time, getting their dugout to the game as well, because they have been silent for a while now, crossing their fingers that a few more runs can be obtained from this.
The Royal Rhinos need to post some total on the board to defend. Without having a good total on the board, it will be very, very difficult to stop these Simba.
It's 1 p.m., 18 minutes past 1 in Tanzania, but the weather is friendly. It's not as hot as it usually is, and this is also advantageous to the players as well, and to the pitch as well. Had it been that hot, maybe it would have been a fast pitch, and you never know what would have happened. But this is a good maintenance by TCA and by the Gymkhana Ground themselves, by Gymkhana management as well. So they maintained the pitch well, because in the past Gymkhana was known for its stiffness, but now it has become a very well maintained pitch.
Yes, TCA has done a really remarkable job. They are putting more efforts in the groundsman. They got the pitch prepared last 3 months ago. So these are new pitches, and all 3 pitches are perfectly fine now. Yes, the weather is a bit cooler, but I doubt in Royal Rhinos dugout the temper will be boiling there. Okay, we can see Mohamed Yunusi coming back for his last over. He has bowled 3 overs, 9 runs and 1 wicket with the economy rate of 3 runs. In any form of the game, 3 runs economy rate is superb. Royal Rhinos are 90 for 7 in 18 overs. 2 overs to go. Mohamed Yunusi to Safwan. Played to cover and a fast single to Safwan. A righty-lefty combination is always good in cricket.
Yes, but we have to give credit to Simba today. They have showcased a good game, good fielding techniques, and Yunusi's back. Oh!
What a ball.
What
that
a ball.
Was quick. That was really, really
what
quick.
What a ball from Mohamed Yunusi. And he's taken out Ahil. Ahil was having a good game. But the under-19 is another casualty of Mohamed Yunusi's big hand. He's had a good game yesterday. He's having a very nice time today. It's the 2nd wicket, I think, from him.
Yes.
So this
3.2 overs, 10 runs, 2 wickets.
That's good for him. That's very, very good for him. Bright future indeed. He's coming from Tanga, which is another coastal region here in Tanzania. Cricket is growing in all the regions of Tanzania right now. So now Yash is coming in. Yash did some good bowling yesterday. Today he has a chance of showing us what he has as a batsman.
What he has to do is just rotate his strike and give 1-1 to Safwan. And Safwan, probably the last over, he should take to the cleaner.
The next 4 balls will be very crucial for Royal Rhinos to try and get their heads back to the game. You had anticipated 80 to 90, and we are in 90 mark. We are in 91. 91 of 8. Yunusi, another good. Oh, it's a good hit. Close one. Oh. Wanted to have the second run, but Safwan didn't want to take the chance.
Safwan has to play these 3 and the next over as well. That's a bouncer.
Oh, that's a good throw from Mohamed Yunusi.
That's one of the over. The umpire just signaled one of the over. There was quick bounce.
Nicely done there by Mohamed Yunusi, another under 19 player. Bright future for Tanzania. Let's see what he can do now.
Another dot ball.
These are going to prove costly to Royal Rhinos. Safwan taking his time.
Mohamed Yunusi's pace is raw, really, really fast. It's very difficult for a batsman to even put a bat in. This reminds me of the acting CEO Hamisi Abdallah. At his peak, he was really, really fast. Another swing and a miss.
And almost getting a wicket there. Oh, he's out.
That's stumped.
Oh, they're stumped. Wow. That's a good one from Mohamed Yunusi, getting his 3rd wicket, stumping out Safwan. And Issa, now Issa, another under 19 youth is going to come in. Issa Safari had a good bowling, but today Mohamed Yunusi is proving to be a force to be reckoned with, taking out Safwan now. And, you know, Simba are having a good game, not just because they're having wickets, but they're having huge wickets. They're having important wickets. They're taking important batsmen out. And starting with Jumanne, they took Jumanne out. Zamo was out. The captain himself, Ashish. But now, and then Sefu was having a good game, was sitting still and having a good game and was getting control of the game. But now he was taken out, and now Safwan has been stumped out.
Just looking at the Mohamed Yunusi's figures today, 4 overs, 11 runs, 3 wickets. So the economy rate is 2.8. Any form of cricket, 2.8 economy rate is really, really making the difference for Simba Kings.
Yes, Benson Miankini is introduced for the first time in this game, and he will bowl to Yash Irwania. Royal Rhinos' fate is now in the hands of under 19s.
And both of them are coming at number 10 and 11 to bat. 92 for 9 in 19.
92 for 9 in 19. Oh, that's a drop. What a fielding. And
it's Mohamed Yunusi again.
Not a bad hit from Yash.
Yeah, balls like half volleys like this should be hit. Only thing is you have to press the gap to get the boundaries.
When Ashish was here, he was saying Royal Rhinos need to get they need to get their scores to a respectable level. They have reached 92.
It's a good shot. Should be going for a 4.
4, yeah. And Yash has done a good job there. Getting another boundary for Royal Rhinos. If we are saying bad things and they happen and they say it's the curse of the commentator, I think this is the blessing of the commentator.
Indeed, yeah.
if you say good thing,
Despite being an age, you get a 4.
yes. So that's an important one. So taking their tally now to 96, I think. 96 of 9. Oh, almost. That's another dot ball.
There was a good Yorker dug out. Will the Royal Rhinos reach 100?
So wait and see.
Play and a miss. Benson bowling really, really well. Yash has to get bet on the ball.
The confidence levels are not so impressive right now again. Oh, wow, and he's been bowled out. Yash. That was some good fielding there. From the captain, I think, huh? Oh,
No,
no,
it is Mohamed.
that's Mudli.
Yeah, Murli.
That's Mudli. Good fielding from Mudli. And
Royal Rhinos end at 96 all out in 19.5 overs.
what do you say to your players if you are Ashish now, as they are coming to bowl now? What if you are the captain? What do you say to your players right now?
Well, as I said earlier, this is cricket. If they have been bowled out for 96, so we have to be, the first 6 overs are very important. The new ball should be bowled in proper areas and to get those 2-3 wickets up front. 24-3, 24-4, any team can be under pressure. Although Simba Kings have got really, really good players, experienced players, and their captain is always leading from front.
Yes, and that's very important for them. If you're just joining us for the first time, it's the Advanced Players League, the 2020 Advanced Players League here in Tanzania, in Dar-es-Salaam, at the Gymkhana Grounds, involving all local players. And we are used to having teams from other countries, from foreign countries, participating in the APL. But due to the coronavirus pandemic, but also due to the fact that the national team coach, Steve, wanted to build more confidence on the Tanzanian players, on the national team players, including the under-19s, who are going to host their own competition next year. So they wanted to make sure that only Tanzanians and all Tanzanian competition is being played out here. And this is the second game of today. We started yesterday with 2 games. Today we will have 3 games. This is the second game, the first inning, and it's between Royal Rhinos and Simba Kings. Simba Kings just finishing their inning there. As we were saying, in the first over, the first 2 overs were very important for Simba Kings, as they managed to get 2 wickets in the first 2 overs, and then they held their counterparts up to the 6th over. They only had 17 runs, so they managed to hold Royal Rhinos to only 96 of 10. 96 of 10, which is not a bad score, taking into account that we would have imagined 130 or even more. That is a good score in T20. So right now the Royal Rhinos have an uphill, because Simba Kings are not only good in fielding, they are better actually in batting, as we saw yesterday when they faced Buffalo Blasters and won. So, and reminding our viewers as well that Royal Rhinos lost their game again yesterday. So this is a crucial game for them heading towards the next stage. And if they lose this game, then the next stage will be very, very hard to reach. My name is Sebastian Koloa. I'm not alone. I'm here with other commentators who come and go. You know, we had Ashish Nagewadia in the morning. But later on, his place was taken by Adil Kasim, who we still have until now. But also, in yesterday and later today, we are going to have Sanjay Bhatia, Azim Thakur, as well as Atif Salim, who is also the information officer, the information and communication officer of Tanzania Cricket Association. It's only the second time for cricket to be aired live in Tanzania, but also it's the first time for the commentary to be involved. And this competition is not only peculiar because it's an all Tanzanian competition, but also it is aired out of Tanzania as well. This is the first time that a live feed of cricket competition has been taken by a local channel and then aired, and it is also aired in other countries as well. India are watching us, but also we are also on YouTube. So in case you wanna leave your house and want to still make sure that you are keeping it locked, you can go to YouTube and you will find out what the competition is all about and how it is proceeding right now. Right now is Simba Kings versus Royal Rhinos. If you go to YouTube and write Tanzania APL 2020, so if you go and write Tanzania APL T20 live, you will see it. It's aired live by SportsTiger. So yeah, it's a very nice game proceeding right now, heading to the second inning before the last game that we will have today. Remember, the competition started yesterday and it will be here. We will be here until the 16th. So it's a full week of cricket. I hope you're going to enjoy it. I hope you're as pumped as I am, because the competition has taken a huge turn. It started slow a bit in the first game yesterday, but right now every team has played and they are playing very, very well. They are getting back. So we see the Royal Rhinos have to get their head back to the game, and this is also proving to be difficult to them, taking into account how the Simba Kings have held them. The score is 96 of 10. That is what the Royal Rhinos batted. They had 96 runs and 10 wickets. So Simba Kings had 10 wickets. They had a very good start. Now, as Adil was saying here, the goal for now for Simba, for Royal, the goal today, the goal right now will be to try and make sure that they start well. The first 6 runs, the first 6 overs are going to be very, very important. Very, very important. The first 2 overs are going to be very important for Royal Rhinos. If they can hold the Simba Kings in the first 5 overs, then it will prove to be important to them. Then maybe they can hold these guys back. Yesterday, Simba managed to climb from to win from 121 overs of Buffalo. So I think this is not going to be an easy job, but it won't be as hard as yesterday's job. And we have had surprises in the competition. We have had surprises. We have had games that looked like they're going to have a lot of numbers or huge runs, or huge hits. But then things changed, and now we are having another one that may have surprises. The first game had the highest score. It was 141. It was 141 of Chui Challengers, 141 of 7 against Temple Stars, who had 111 of 7. So Royal Rhinos have 92, which I believe is the lowest score of the competition up to now. They need to make sure they climb that up. Twiga Titans won by 135. That's another high score. That was the second high score. The game was played yesterday. So Chui Challengers are looking very, very fierce. For those non-Swahili speakers, Chui is a tiger. So all these names, all the team names are names of animals, and that is because the Cricket Association wanted to also promote local tourism, which involves a lot of game reserves and national parks here in Tanzania. The best national park in the world is Serengeti. So yeah, it is in Tanzania, and there's a lot of chuis there, a lot of tigers there. Now we'll start with buffalo. I know you know what that is. Simba is a lion. Tembo stars. Tembo is an elephant. Chui Challengers. Chui is a tiger. And then we have Royal Rhinos, and we have Twiga Titans. Now Twiga is a giraffe. So it's an all-animal competition. So all the nice animals. We had a speech by the Twiga Titans captain, who once was the national team captain, the Tanzania national team captain as well, and he was man of the match yesterday in their game. He was explaining that Twiga or the giraffe is a very good and calm animal, but if you try to poke it, if you try to poke the animal, then it will become very fierce on you, and that is how they played yesterday. Unfortunately for him, he was bowled out by an under-19, Issa, who proved to be a force to be reckoned with. And today we will have a chance of maybe seeing him bowling again, as they protect their 92 of 9, 96 of 10 lead in the first competition. So we are getting underway again. Right now is Simba Kings batting against Royal Rhinos. Simba Kings need to reach 96, so they need 97. If they get to 97 anytime, then that will be the end. And we already have them lined up already. So yeah, they're starting. They have to start strong. And they start with the dot ball there. Started very well, and I am going to be taking a short break. I'll be handing you over to my fellow commentators here in the commentary section. They have started so well, Simba, and they have already, as we said, they needed to start strong, and they have bowled out. Muzamil has been bowled out. That was a very good throw by Zamoyoni. So Zamoyoni didn't have a very nice batting chance. But now I am handing you over to Ashish and Sanjay.
We've got a change in the commentary box. We've got Sanjay coming in, Sanjay Bhatia, and he'll be commenting along with Atif Salim, who was the losing manager. Oh, sorry. He is actually the manager of the team bowling right now. Sorry, Atif. I think I'll let you speak.
Thank you, Ashish. And good to be joining Sanjay. Yeah, my team is fielding right now. We don't really have a decent score to defend, but what I believe in is that if you fight for it, you're almost there. Sanjay, what do you say about that?
Yeah, early wicket breakthrough against Simba. Muzamil was the batsman that was out. In the middle we have the captain Zafar Khan, and with him
I think it's Ismail who is
walked in just now. What's the mood in the camp, Atif? Your team, Royal Rhinos, you're the manager for that side.
we are trying to keep it positive. A few changes from yesterday's team because we had a good under-19 player perform exceptionally well in the bowling, and whom we did not really know in the nets because he came late from the upcountry, from Arusha. So yeah, we are going to try him early on, but otherwise everything else is going to remain the same.
I believe you're speaking about Baraka.
No, I'm actually speaking about Issa.
Safari.
Issa Safari, yes. Yes, he bowled exceptionally well yesterday. And
Speaking of exceptional bowling, making him smell the leather.
absolutely. It's been a struggle for the batsmen batting at from the other end, from the other end of the pavilion.
It's called the hotel end.
It's called the hotel end. Okay, that's the name that we have given it. The hotel end. It's the bounce has been very erratic. Sometimes it just stay low, but whenever it's gone, its bounce is really is as if you're playing on a carpet pitch. Zamo is known to bowl those bouncers in.
This one not bouncing as expected. Ivan was expecting it to Ivan was expecting to smell the leather again, but this time more of a driving length or driving height rather.
Well, he is known to swing his bats in the power play particularly, and he's got some powers in those hands, and if it connects well on the 6 inches, we all know what the result can be. So our bowling has to be, Rhinos bowling has to be very accurate today. There can be no mishaps at all. Yeah, a good defensive push there. Nothing funny about it. So I think it's a good over. It's a good first over.
Yes, considering the target of 97 only. The previous game had a much higher score. And even the side batting second managed to score more than 100 runs. But in this particular case, a very weak showing by the Royal Rhinos to post 96 on the board only.
I think some of the credit has to be given to the in particular the opening bowlers who bowled the power play very well. That is Mohamed, Yunusi and Salmin Yusuf. I am, despite being an opponent, but I'm very much impressed by the performance, because at the end these are the upcoming generation who is going to take over, and seeing them bowl this well at this level of cricket here in Tanzania is a good sign for our cricket to in the coming years.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. For sure, it's also a very good sign that the development team is producing such talent. You know, you can have natural talent as well as God gift, but then it also needs to be nurtured. So kudos to the development officers who are working with these kids. these under 19 boys day in and day out and trying to make them perform at their peak, at their maximum. And it's good to see. Just looking at the scorecard very quickly. Yeah, as you rightly said, Mohamed, Yunusi and Salmini are the standout performers for
Simba
yeah.
That's a very good ball there. And coming back to this game, actually, Vikram Rathore had a very mixed game yesterday. He has been not done anything from the bat, and he really needs to push himself up. He wants to do big for his team in this particular inning. He has to bowl well. He knows that his team really needs him, and myself, the manager, Ashish, both have lots of faith in him. And as you can see, he is pumped up for this game. And well, I don't know why bowlers do that sometimes, or do they, Sanju, do they say something the batsman is trying to do, and that's why they stop their run up?
There are a number of reasons. Being a bowler myself, sometimes it just doesn't feel right running up. You need to have a rhythm. You need to feel good about it.
And I think that just touched the boundary. Did it?
Yes, sliding effort by Zamayoni, but to Vain, he crossed the boundary. That is signal for 4.
Actually, the ball stayed very, very low, and it becomes a challenge for the wicketkeeper as well. Wicketkeeper for Rhinos, we are still sticking with Safwan. He plays his cricket for the club MCC. So it is very difficult to stop those rolling balls with the keeper wearing pads and gloves. Sometimes it's very hard to bend on a ball, grounded literally. Just a push there for a single.
A good confidence by Ivan. Watching the ball to the end, he knows that this end has a sort of an uneven bounce. Vikram Rathore to Zafar Khan, that one staying low as well. Zafar swiping at it, looking at the leg side.
And it has stayed low even from the previous game, in the previous 3 innings at the pavilion end. It's been staying quite low.
The two batsmen on screen are Zafar Khan and Ivan Ismail, and not Issa Kikasi as shown on screen. Quick single there, and pushing the wrong along to 4 runs for the loss of 1 wicket in 2 overs. Captain Ashish Kamania marshalling his troops, and Zamayoni Ramadani continuing from the pavilion. Another quick ball outside the off, and Zafar unable to put bat on it. Sometimes these low targets can be a bit challenging. So it's a side that's chasing. Again, lovely line by Zamo, prodding the outside off section of Zafar Khan's guard. But if I was saying these low scores sometimes, and especially with the loss of a wicket, can be a bit turbulent.
Indeed, and we have played at the Gymkhana pitch for years. We know that people have defended a lower score, even at, in Division A sometimes an 80-85 score was defended in a very crucial T20 game. So as you can see, the pressure might be building upon the batsman there. I'm sure Zafar has played a good knock yesterday, so I think he would be confident. Ismail, on the other hand, even at the domestic level, has not really done much so far, so he wants to score big in this game. So I feel in the context of the way the game is progressing, I think Simba Kings, yes, they have the upper hand, but if it goes on this way, I think the game would come in a good balance.
Zamo to Zafar this time, just guided to gully for another single. Atif, I'll tell you a short story.
Yes.
These two gentlemen, Zamoyoni Ramadani and Zafar Khan, were involved in a similar low-scoring match in an APL. Can't quite remember the year, but it must have been a good 3 years, 4 years ago. Coincidentally, we were the sponsors. It was my team.
Okay.
Batting first, we were 29 for the loss of 5 wickets in a T20 match. Hit on the up, this time it's safe. Just coming back to the action on the ground. Arsalan Premji running behind it, unfortunately too slow, and that was a 4.
Yeah, it was a rare short ball there, but I think he pulled very, very well by Ivan.
Yeah, coming back to the story, 29 for 6, I remember the score clearly. And Zamoyoni Ramadani came in with Zafar Khan. The two of them guided the side to 121 runs.
Wow.
At the end of 20 overs. We went on to win that match. It was a very, very interesting match. You can imagine the temperament of the two players, the planning that they had to do, having lost 6 wickets for just a meager 29 runs. And coming back to win the match.
So yeah, I think it's a good positive sign that both of them are actually not playing in the same team today. So one is sharing his experiences on the bowling side, and the other who has the experience of batting when the chips are down. So it's a good context so far. I think the fast bowlers have done quite well, and Ashish Kamania is trying to adjust the field so far before he gives the ball back to Vikram. I think he is going to come for his second over. So it's 13 runs for the loss of 1 wicket in 3 overs, which I think is a very good start, considering they're just chasing 97 runs.
Yeah, and these two will be looking just to ensure that they don't lose too many wickets. Or lose another wicket rather. Vikram to Ivan now. On the up, trying to drive that on the back. Unfortunately, no willow to leather.
And I feel Vikram has really come back in well in this game. He was going for so many extras yesterday. He could just not get a right line. But today I think he he is very well there. I think the change of the end also has helped, because yesterday he was bowling from the pavilion end, and today he has started from the hotel end. So I think that has brought some changes in his bowling action as well.
Yeah, Vikram Rathod,
It's a good ball.
Yoker perfect on the crease. And well played by Ivan as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's very unlike Ivan to play that shot to defend that way. I think he did very, very well. I think that comes out as we were speaking about the young crop, the good job the development team has done here in Tanzania. I think these boys have just come up at the right time, because now we have a coach in Steve Tikolo to nurture that talent to go forward. What do you think about that, Sanjay?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, they are ready for the next stage in their cricket career. There you go. You were just talking about talent, and there is a lovely cracking straight drive. Back at Vikram Rathod, but no chance for any of the three involved, the bowler nor the long on fielder.
I think that was very, very well timed. Very, very well timed. I think these are the some of the fielders in the 30-yard. They find it very difficult to even put their hands at. And the division that we play in our domestic, we know what happens sometimes when a shot like that is played. But nonetheless, it's a very, very good shot by Ivan. And Ivan, I think he wants to score big today. He just look at his posture, the way he's looking at the bowler. Here he goes again.
Well, you know what? He's got his captain on the other side. So I'm sure he's trying to impress the captain as well. And maybe put a word in his ear. See, I can do it.
Absolutely. And if you see just the batting lineup the Simba Kings have, I mean, anybody from batsman number 1 to 7 to 8, they can open the innings. So he also knows that, I have this opportunity to open for the team. I should not be taking it for granted, because there are other people who are ready to snatch the spot from me. So he knows that he has to do the job today, and having the captain by his side is a big plus for him, because he is going to guide him at all stages. The only thing he needs to do is follow those instructions.
Yeah, you nailed it. It's a healthy competition. This time Zafar trying to play one of his favorite shots to square. Fortunately missing it. Luckily he was not in line with the stumps. Otherwise that would have been a sitter.
Absolutely. And one thing about Zafar, that he's also changed his approach since his selection in the national team. I think it has helped him grow as a cricketer, as a batsman in particularly. So yeah, I think I've seen a much improved Zafar Khan from what we used to see 2 years ago.
I think with more experience comes more responsibility as well. And being the captain of your side, you have to lead by example. Speaking of changes, the weather.
Absolutely. Beautiful.
Beautiful weather, but this morning it was overcast and raining.
But that's Dar-es-Salaam for you. We all know. We always have that small patches of rain here and there, and it poured a little bit early morning. But the good thing is the covers were up, and the games are a bit delayed, but we are on at least almost on schedule. So 18 for 1 for the loss of 18 for the loss of 1 wicket in 4 was Simba Kings right in the game, playing above the run rate required.
Yeah, cracking day for football.
You need to put those shoes on, Sanju.
I'm playing football tonight. That's why I'm thinking about it already. I'll start again. Cracking day for cricket.
So Zamayoni coming in for his third over in the power play. That's a
Middle
lovely
of the
sound of the bat.
bat. Yes, perfect shot.
And
Yash
the-
Hirwania making a dive for it.
The ball wins.
Doesn't the ball always win? It's either with the bowler or the batsman. Never with the fielder.
Sanjay, if you would be knowing the Royal Rhinos, which is my team, it is the youngest team in the APL, with the average age of players being somewhere around 24 to 22. So, an inexperienced side, but good potentials.
Yeah, well, that's what this APL has always been about. It's always been about bringing out the talent, giving them the exposure to play at a level against and with experienced players. So, irrespective of the side's age, I think it's a great opportunity. The important thing to note is you've got experienced players in the captain, Ashish Kamania, his national side. Saif Khalifa is also former national player. Zamayoni Ramadani is current national player, bowling right now. Jumanne Masquata is one of the young guns who is part of the national outfit, yes, but hasn't got that much experience. So such games will continue to build these players. So irrespective of the result
Absolutely.
and irrespective of these scores, I would say use this as a platform to grow and obviously build in the individual game. Usually, Atif, all the APLs that have been conducted in Tanzania, I've had the privilege of playing the first one.
Okay.
The very first APL.
Which was in 2008.
2000 and it was 2000 and
I can.
I believe it was 2008. You're right.
I can confirm it is 2008 because I was playing a football tournament at the Gymkhana football ground the same day.
It's been so long.
It's been so long.
It's been so long. Yeah, I was privileged to play the first APL 2008. It was a different format. That's a cracking shot. Long over the long on fielder
And
into the golf course.
and the tents as well. Wow, I think that is the biggest six of the tournament so far we have seen. That was
I believe
cracking.
that's hole number 6 into the golf course.
I hope the ball never didn't go into the hole as well.
That is a cracking shot by Ivan Ismail in his zone.
That is what I like about this player, is that he doesn't hold back. This is the game that he knows to play, and this is how he plays. You know, you tell him to just stay there, have the feel of the pitch, and that. Some of the players are just meant to play in a certain way, and I believe you should just leave it them. You cannot coach everything. Sometimes people are just naturally gifted that way, and he is known for his big shots. And a single there. No. Again trying, but just playing it safe.
Now, this is the important part here, and just to come back to what you just said. Personally, I would never change a way a player plays, but mostly guide them. Cricket is more about how you approach the game, what's your mindset, your confidence level. Yes, obviously with junior players, you teach them the technicalities of how to hold the bat, how to bowl a ball, the skills that are required. That is at the development stage. But once you're at a certain level, it's more about building your confidence, playing as much as possible, seeking the small technical changes only, not necessarily changing your game entirely. So his aggressive nature is a positive for him. It's a positive for his game. And I would not change that for anything. However, having said that, it's very important for a player to maintain his level when his team requires him to do so. For example, If Simba were at the loss of 5 wickets, fine. Ivan might be an aggressive player looking to hit that over the boundary for 6 on every ball, but is that what is required of him at that point? Is very important for every player to understand and gauge what is required from him.
Absolutely. I think having his captain by his side as an unstriker is helping him at the moment. And a bowling change here, spinner coming in into the power play. Ahil Jasani has been brought into the attack, which is a very bold move considering it's the last over of the power play. And with these two batsmen in such a form, what do you think about that, Sanjay?
Well, I think it's a risky move.
But I think they have to gamble now because the game is very much going away from the hands. So the Pacers, they got a wicket and it was uppish, but it's just gone safe. And once again, Ivan is making each and every loose ball count there. Just over point for a boundary. But I think about spinners, what we have seen so far in the last 3 games, that spinners have had lots of chances, but it's the fielders who have let them down in all the games. The catches have not been taken.
Yeah, just coming back to this decision to use Ahil at this moment. I mean, he might prove me wrong while we commentate and he's bowling over there, but I would have continued with Vikram. He's gone for 12 runs in 2 overs. Zama's gone for 16 runs in 3 overs with 1 wicket. And what other options does the captain have? He has himself. He's a medium pace bowler.
Actually, we had the planning was that Issa Safari would have been used for the power play over, but I think the captain has seen something because obviously whatever is happening inside the pitch, we don't know. We don't know much on the body language of the players, but he has probably seen something. The pace bowlers are going for runs, so he's just trying something new for the last over of power play, whether the batsman would take advantage of the spinner in the power play. Perhaps that can just click and get us a wicket.
Or it could be desperate measures. I mean,
at this stage, we need desperate measures. The Rhinos they're desperately trying, because the only way they can win this game is either they have to bowl very, very economically or they have to take wickets.
I agree with you. For sure, they would have to bowl economically.
And that's a wicket, by the way.
I told you. I guess he will prove me wrong.
And a very, very good move by Ashish Kamania. Just Ivan is very disappointed. Going back to the pavilion, not happy at all. But did you notice something that Ivan just tried to change his game a little bit when the spinner came on?
I was just about to say that.
Yes.
I noticed that he was more tentative, and even that particular attempt to play the ball was a bit lazy.
Absolutely.
Not really getting behind the delivery. He was just trying to play on the front foot without much conviction.
And enters Stewart Kaduma. And I think it is wrongly on your screen. Okay, Kaduma, now it's correct. So Stewart Kaduma is coming on now. He's a very experienced player for the national team, has played in the past. He has been there since the early 2000s. One of the earlier players coming from the development program, which was started in the late 90s. So yeah, he is also in the middle now. And these two gave the Buffalo Blasters lots of problems yesterday. Hopefully they don't do it today as well, because it's my team whom they're playing against, and seeing the total being so low, well, I just hope they just don't click today. But being on a neutral side of the commentating part, we just hope we have a good cricket being played here. And if the Rhinos can make it interesting, I'll be much more happier. So a bowling change right now, I think it is the new kid Issa Safari has been given the ball, and Issa bowled from the pavilion and yesterday, and he was very, very good. So I think now is the time Ashish Kamania is unleashing his young bowler. Here he goes for this first ball against Zafar Khan.
Lovely rhythm first off. First ball. Nice run up, nice smooth run up, nice action.
I actually had a word with the umpire after the game, and he said that why don't you use him as an opening bowler, because he was swinging the ball with the elbow. So imagine what can he do with the new ball. So I think it's just come at the right time, and I'll be now handing over the mic. We have Ashish Nagyawada coming back.
Before you go, Atif, stolen single on the wide and overthrow, but no. Zafar Khan says, thank you very much. Atif, you're doing a great job. Just wanted to give you a pat on the back. Excellent work with the man of the match presentations, the media coverage, of course. Not to mention this lovely electronic scoring that we have on both the TCA cricket app and the TCA online scoring system, which is powered by cricket clubs.
Thank you, Sanjay, but the viewers also must know the kind of work you have done all these years for this work to be in place today. Without the work done by you, the late Kazim Nasser, Aizad Jassani and others, I think cricket, what we are seeing here is the fruits and the base which you guys had set up. So thank you so much, but definitely more credit to you, to the team that has worked so hard for all over the years, and we are just trying to improve things. And as we would also grow into this, we would have somebody new coming in always who would be pushing things further.
Development on the field and off the field. Thank you very much, Atif.
Thank you.
Again, prodding along, singles being taken. Welcome back, Ashish. And
Thank you, Sanjay.
your namesake on the field, Ashish Kamania.
I see you looking very comfortable in your chair.
Feet up. I deserve it. It's been a long couple of days.
True.
Various challenges.
Got an interesting week ahead of us.
Well, it's always like this. All the APLs that we've organized in Tanzania, the first few days are always high pressure to make sure that everything's going smoothly. Of course, we've had our share of hiccups, but all is well right now, and hopefully getting better.
Simba, obviously cruising at the moment. Oh, I should have not said that, but Zafar
If you heard that, that was
walking
Atif.
down the pitch and giving a nick to the keeper, Issa. I think that is Issa Safari, continuing from where he left yesterday. Sanjay, the under-19 boys have actually done very well in this tournament, especially the bowlers.
Yeah, we were speaking with Atif a while ago. It's great to see the confidence level at such a young age. Not only that, the technical skills, the pace, especially by the young pace bowlers. It's a pleasure to watch. And just see how these young boys are getting the wickets of experienced batsmen.
True.
With cool heads. So it's great for Tanzania cricket for sure.
If you saw in the morning, Yunusi bowled very well, and Selemani Yusuf as well, who did well. And it was the first 7 overs bowled by Simba were all by under-19 boys, which shows the confidence the captain has in them, and obviously the skill set that these boys have. That's Murli on the screen, walking in, left-handed batsman. Simba is in a comfortable position at the moment, but a few quick wickets could make a big difference here.
Yep. I was saying earlier on that such a low-scoring match can pose its own challenges, especially to the side that's chasing the score. How do you approach it? Do you go guns on, guns blazing, and try to chase it down quickly? Do you preserve wickets? Personally, as a captain, with such a low score, I look to securing my wickets early on, not trying to lose too much, not giving the opposition much confidence. Now this is well balanced, it's poised. Simba Kings almost halfway, just short of halfway, at 39 runs for 3 wickets. Plenty of overs to go, plenty of balls.
He seemed to have got an injury on the field. Wicket keeper taking a knock on his ankle.
Safwan is the wicket keeper for Rhinos. The physio is running on the field, into the field.
Hopefully he should be fine to continue.
Yeah, nothing
Started
that
off
some magic spray can fix. Can't fix, rather.
And now you see Atif was in the box with a different hat running on the field. Have a look at his player. Different conditions to what we started in the morning. With rain and overcast, and now clear skies and sunshine.
Yeah, contrasting weather to when I arrived at the ground at 7 a.m. It looked murky and overcast. Covers were on, and perfect conditions for swing bowling early in the morning. And just before we started the match, it was clearing up. We had a good first match, high scoring. Good crowd at the ground today, good atmosphere.
Correct. In fact, just to add some good news to it, as I was walking up to coming to commentary, I was stopped by a parent who wants to enroll his kids, both 8 and 6 years old, into the cricket academy. So something good coming out of this, even though it's just 2 players yet, but it's 2 more players who will learn the game. So I think the development side doing good, and an APL that's raising interest for cricket in Tanzania. So we've got a change. Looks like Sharfan is going to leave the field.
Well, he's limping off, but good to see that he's still walking.
And that is Baraka Robert, who is going to be keeping.
Hopefully it won't affect the game of the Royals, the Rhinos.
Yeah, they have 3 keepers in their side. Obviously, Baraka who's taken the gloves now, Shirfan and Aslan Premji as well. So should be fine, and they have a strong bench. So the last ball of the 7th over, Simba comfortably sitting at 39 for 3. Murli on 0, Stewart Kaduma on 1. Chasing 97 to win, which would be the 2nd win of the game, of the tournament. What's your take with the 6 teams that you're now seeing, Sanjay, in terms of balance and quality?
On paper, Ashish, it does seem that the balance with some of the teams is a bit uneven.
Correct.
On paper, at least. The Rhinos, all the players, I mean, not to take anything away from any of the teams and the players, they're all good quality players. When you look at the composition of the side, you would want to have it well balanced across all the teams. So, speaking of in that context, I feel Simba is a very well balanced side.
Yeah, true. They have good talent across all the departments in the game.
The Rhinos, well, I believe a few personnel changes would have been good. And the same applies to Tembo, who played this morning.
Correct.
I feel Chui Challengers are the most dangerous team on paper, as it stands. But this is cricket. Ashish, you and I very well know that the team may be the strongest on paper, but then it all depends on the actual performances.
It does. I think a bit of tweaking before the start of the game would have made it interesting for all 6 teams. But anyway, the captains have what they have, and that's what they have to use for the rest of the tournament. And I believe everyone, especially the ones that are going to be playing second games tomorrow, it's going to be interesting to see how they chop and change and what strategy they come back with. Because a minimum of 3 wins are required for you to qualify for the next phase.
Yeah, early days in the tournament. So far, so good. We haven't had any, apart from the game this morning, which was partially one-sided. The rest have been decent. The first game going into the last over with just 4 balls to go. And with all the 3 games that we've played so far, excluding this one, the 4th one, the scores have been 100 plus. Average score on this ground is about 130, 125, 130.
Yes.
So only this is a low scoring game.
However, I'm quite surprised. I actually thought with the new pitches that have been made over here, the pass score would have increased. But it remains a pitch of 130, 140. Though I must say some of the batsmen have not applied themselves, and they've not carried through when they've got the chance to do so.
Ashish, look, the wickets have been recently upgraded. From my playing experience, and I've had the privilege to play in other countries. I've played in Zambia, I've played here in Tanzania. We had a tour to Rwanda. We had a tour to India.
Wow.
And it's not a long cricket career, but the little that I know about cricket, these are new wickets.
Right.
They are much better than what we used to have
Absolutely.
before. That's for sure. And which means that it will take some getting used to by our players.
True.
We barely played on these wickets for about a month and a half.
Correct.
Every player may be getting perhaps one outing or two on this pitch, on these pitches. It will take some time for us to understand what an international level pitch plays like. That's one. Two, it's also very important for us to practice accordingly. So when we talk about the development program, the national team, we've got a world-class coach in Steve Ticolo now. We've got the facilities, we get the equipment. Where there's everything positive about.
Right.
We may not see our players in this particular tournament performing to the required expectations that you just mentioned. But yes, eventually we will see a very big difference. And those results will be coming up in international tournaments. There's an under-19 ICC tournament coming up here in January. And we should expect all of these boys to do wonderfully well. Because now they're playing in near international conditions.
Absolutely. Obviously, the word outside from the crowd is, they're quite excited. The players seem to be enjoying themselves. The pitch, for one, is got good bounce and good carry. You can see the fast bowlers doing really well. Now, that's perhaps one of the reasons the batsmen have had a difficulty adopting to the speed of the ball coming onto the bat. Traditionally, Gymkhana has always been... Oh, Murli playing a loose shot there. Issa with his Ronaldo-style celebration. Zamo taking a simple catch. And Simba is starting to wobble.
Ashish, the word careless comes to mind. I happened to be around Muhammad Ali or Murli yesterday, and I gave him an earful, especially with the shot that he was trying to play yesterday. If you remember,
the very poor shots selected.
Swipe at a full length ball and playing cross bat, and he was bowled clearly. And I simply asked him a question and gave him a very nasty look. What were you trying to do there? And he says, I went blank. Okay, it happens. It can happen. And this is where we talk about, being comfortable in the innings, being comfortable in the game.
True.
He is an experienced player, but it can happen to the best of us.
I guess it's the break. It's the break that's been there for such a long time. We are not used to having not played competitive cricket for such a long time. Does disrupt the games. And obviously, this year Division A only started their cricket in July. So maybe it's all because of that. Or maybe it's just the pressure, because remember, this is the first time the players also know that it's being aired live with commentary. So their names are known in the cricket world. Although perhaps not in all countries, but at least I've had comments from the UK, Canada, Australia, which I know friends and family are viewing. So maybe that's playing up on their mind.
Friends and family viewing?
Yes.
Or listening to your beautiful voice?
I've had mixed comments, so I've had 70% good comments, 30% of the friends who can never get good comments. No, but I've actually had Kishan Gajjar, who used to play for the national team. He was following the games yesterday. He's played with Ijaz Bhai Jasani, he's played with Yakesh. He knows the old administration. So he was quite happy to see everyone still part of the game. and he was asking me questions about all the players that were playing yesterday. So it's good to see that the interest is still there. People who have left Tanzania a long time ago are quite excited to see what was on screen yesterday.
Ashish, I spent 15 years in Zambia, away from my homeland. The people who have left Tanzania, I'm sure it happens to everybody who leaves their home country, but Tanzania is a very special place. And one does not forget this country. Visitors, guests, tourists, citizens, migrants, whoever has been in the country. It's a warm place, not only by weather, but people as well. Lovely people, like yourself.
Thank you very much. I think the Tanzanian people in general have this warm family values, you know. Even if you look, not just cricket, but everywhere else, even the working environment, there's a sense of you being part of a big family. I mean, me and you have been part of cricket for a very long time, you for a much longer time than me. It's quite easy, we can say we know at least 500 players playing.
That's just Dar-es-Salaam.
Yeah, and everyone knows each other by name, everyone greets each other, everyone talks to each other. So you're right, Tanzania is a very warm, welcoming country, and obviously open. One of the few countries that is open at the moment.
Yes, we call it the haven of peace. Quite rightly so. And there's another saying, Tanzania yetu hakuna matata. As in, you might have heard that in one of the movies.
I can sing, but no. I think let's just stick to
Ashish,
commentary.
we want the viewers who are online to stay where they are. We don't want to scare them away.
Yeah, I know.
It's coming
you know
back
my
to the match.
talents.
Coming back to the match. I think this was the right time to get back to the match. Simba, 43 with a loss of 4 wickets at halfway stage. Almost 10 overs done. Halfway in the score line as well. And I've just played a great shot to evade your singing.
Well done. Otherwise, but I think it's going quite stable at the moment. Rhinos were in a similar position come the 10th over, so the game is finally balanced.
And they've Simba still have the experienced Issa Kikasi, who's batted very well yesterday. They have the old guard Benson Miankini. Was a bit of out of touch, but he's a great player. I was speaking on the commentary yesterday that just repeat it again. That the way I know Benson is, if he makes a decision to win a match in his prime time when he was playing many years ago, single-handedly he would change a game. I remember playing against him in a match here on this ground. It was an early morning match, Pro 10. The man came with a young squad. He was the only senior in the team, and he had a bunch of kids, all maybe 18, 19, 15, 16-year-olds. He lost that match against us and went on to win the tournament.
Wow, with the same squad.
With the same squad. And
says a lot about his character.
yeah, I've seen him perform time and again for the national team. As I said, he's one of those players who, when he makes a decision, or when he's adamant that I want to win this game for my team, he can do it. Of course, he's a bit out of touch, just coming back into the game after a break. But there's a saying, old habits die hard. I'm sure if the inner... Which team does he play for? Rhino? No.
Simba.
Simba. If the inner lion comes out, then I'm sure he'll be forced to reckon
We've
with.
actually got a few of them. There's an appeal there, but I don't think Salmini touched the ball. The keeper was not that interested. Issa asking Zablon why that was not given. And Ashish having a word as well. The captain of the Rhinos looks very relaxed and keeping himself in the game.
Well, he has not much choice but to do the best with his resources and the conditions. They've done well. We were anticipating that this game may end earlier than expected considering the score. But it looks like these two sides are almost par.
Seifu played very well towards the end of the innings for Rhinos, getting them to that score of 96. The Simba dugout looks very quiet at the moment. Our co-commentator I can see and the manager Atif has not been sitting. He is very restless.
Speaking of comments from viewers, I have a comment by one of my best buddies. He says he's falling asleep. He's falling asleep with my commentary.
As I said, friends are never the best comment givers.
That's
a good
hit on
shot.
the up,
That should be a 6.
over and out.
Kaduma giving his all to that. And that goes for a second 6.
I
from
think that
Kaduma.
was what was needed to liven up this match and the commentary.
Absolutely. So, obviously, when you defending a small total, such big hits do make a huge difference. Sitting at 54 now of 11 overs. 4 wickets. Kaduma at 10. And Salmin batting at 4. Got a changing bowling. Ahil continuing. Ahil in his last over, 3 overs, 9 runs, 1 wicket. Ahil has been a very consistent performer across all formats. And even here at a very young age, doing very well. And I've never seen him take pressure. Guess he learns a lot from his dad, who's a very well respected captain of Aga Khan. Has been in cricket for a very, very long time.
And he's the umpire on the
Yes.
current end.
Sanjay, you and your son also play for the same team.
Yes, we do.
And
Appeal and given.
Ahil takes the second wicket. Salmini caught behind. Ahil making a difference. Now, Kikasi coming in, all his experience, him and Stewart.
Issa Kikasi comes in to the middle. The loss of 5 wickets. Simba are 56 runs in the 12th over. And Issa trying to get off the mark with a cheeky single, playing on the front foot, guided to the point fielder. No run there. "43 runs remaining, and bowled by Ahil Jasani.
Wow. In
This
his last
match
over,
is on its head.
Issa walking slowly. And there you go. The youngsters all excited for Ahil. I was talking to you earlier. Ahil has been a very consistent performer over the years, and bringing his team right back into the game.
What's he thinking? He's on your screen right now. Let's put some captions there. I shouldn't have played that way. I should have put my bat straighter. I should have waited for it. Sorry to interrupt you. It just sounded funny.
Benson just gave him a tap on the shoulder.
Hard luck, bud.
Yeah, coming back to you, Sanjay. You and your son play together. He's a very good boy to start with. Loves cricket quite a lot. How is it for a father seeing his son develop in cricket with so much competition all around?
It's good. Competition for me as an individual is always healthy. It always drives you to do better than what you can. And apart from my son, who plays for my team and is currently with Tembo in this APL under the able captaincy of Abik Patwa. Well, I do have a number of youngsters playing for the squad, and idea is just to give them a platform where they can enjoy their cricket, they can learn a little bit, bring them up to a level where they can go on to the next stage and take the game more technically, build their skills, their fitness. And it's always better to have these kids off electronic devices all the time. Give them an opportunity to play sport instead of not being active. So yeah, we're very privileged to have a club, and we've had a number of youngsters come through, gone on to play for the under 19 national teams. Some of the players who were in this current APL have played for our club. So it's been a privilege for myself as well. It's not always easy being a father and a coach and a captain.
And in the Dar-es-Salaam Cricket Committee.
And in the Dar-es-Salaam Cricket Committee, I mean. But it's part of the game. Be yourself as well, part of the DC team, part of the association team that's organizing this APL and cricket in Dar-es-Salaam. We all do it for the love of the game, so it's all good. Driven nicely by...
A nice single from Kaduma. Kamania, I think, going for the kill over here. Continuing with Issa Safari. who's had 3 overs, 17 runs and 2 wickets. He knows he needs to get one of these guys out. And then he's into the tail of Simba.
Ashish, unfortunately, I will have to leave you alone. Call it a retired hurt scenario. To chase up and make sure the third match starts well. It's good to see this game going on well. We'll go down to the wire, most likely. Replacing me in the box, we have Adil Kasam, who's also playing for Tembo Stars and the team manager. Ashish, you're in able hands. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, Adil. Welcome.
Thanks Ashish, thanks Sanjay.
I hope you're enjoying the game.
Very much so. It's a close game, low scoring. They are always close.
If the Rhinos win, it's going to be a bit difficult for you guys.
Well, the group will be open. It's good for cricket.
I can see you know how to change your hats very quickly.
Have to. Now I'm a commentator. I'm not a Tembo Stars manager at the moment.
The 2 youngsters have done really well today. Ahil obviously taking 3 wickets. Issa has taken 2 and this is his 4th over. This was needed. Ashish, Kamania needed the players to step up and they have quite certainly stepped up.
Well, in the first inning I had said the same thing. These under 19 boys are really, really good. They are going to be superstars of Tanzania.
You're right. In fact, if you see the early innings of Simba, the first 7 overs were bowled by youngsters, the under 19. Salmin, Yunusi and Gokul.
So we count them 5 in total.
It's a very good place. Steve Ticolo must be finding himself with having so much talent and knowing that he has such a huge pipeline to keep developing cricket in the national team at the national level. And there'll be competition for the senior players now.
Indeed, in a very short period of time, our coach Steve Ticolo has done really, really wonderful job. You can see the zeal in these players.
Adil, you were part of the national team in the past. What difference do you see currently under the new leadership and what you were part of in the past?
Well, cricket has really grown very, very fast in here. Before used to play only 50 and 30 overs. Now T20, T10. And the players are very, very much more serious than before they used to be. With the new management coming in, the DC, the DCA, working hand to hand together.
That's true. You need the 2 regional and the association body to work together. There's Benson. It should be. It's dropped. Oh, good try by Yash. Wasn't an easy catch running.
About 20 meters he ran.
Did well to get his hand to it, but at this level that should have been taken.
Indeed, and he's a youngster. He never drops a catch.
Reverse sweep and there's a chance over there.
And
a
it's gone.
suicidal run out. There was never a run over there.
He was straight.
Benson getting life with the catch, but then getting himself run out. 38 for 7. 60 for 7.
Well, this is pure pressure by the Rhinos. Seems Ashish magic words are working really, really well.
It becomes difficult when such mistakes are made by your most senior players.
And there was no need even to take the single. As it is, they need under a run a ball.
Apart from Ismail, who scored 29 of 20, and Stewart, who is 11 not out, everyone else has been on single digits. Muzamil going for a 0. Zafar Khan was the man of the match yesterday, going for 6 today. Muhammad Ali 2. Salmini, Yusuf 4. Issa being bowled for 0 by Ahil. Benson run out for 3.
That was a full toss, missed chance. That should have been at least 2 runs.
Correct. Now Gokul, who's also a very cool-headed player, where he plays for Caravans, and has helped Caravans win games in the past in similar situations. A misfield from the captain.
Well, now the thing is, the Royal Rhinos have got 3 overs of their most experienced bowlers. 1 from Zamo, 2 from Vikram.
Vikram has not had the best of the tournament with the bat and ball so far. But obviously this is a good time for him to bring his confidence back. The Rhinos right into the tail end of the Simbas. A full toss again, not
Going for 2 runs.
dispatched,
The throw was so slow.
not connecting it properly, not making the most. I think the Simba team may have taken the total quite lightly.
This only happens when you have the low scoring games. Yesterday was a different day. Today, it's a new day.
True. Yash now coming into an attack. Yash took 3 wickets yesterday. Yash took 3 wickets yesterday. He's been in fine form since the season has restarted. I think taken 7 wickets for Gymkhana in the 50 overs.
His line and length is good as well.
Coming in for his first ball. There's a chance
There's
there
a
for a
run
run out.
Oh, once again the
Vikram
throw.
not able to give it right into the hands of the keeper. There's a lot of miscommunication between the batsmen. There was again never a run over there. The ball staying slightly low.
The horizontal bed shots is a little bit difficult on this wicket.
If wherever you've seen when players have played well, if you see Jumaina yesterday, all the shots that he played, all the aggressive shots that he played were all straight bat through the middle.
Ashish, the pressure is building. 3 dot balls.
Required run rate now climbing to over 6 and over. coming back to what you said, Adil. As long as you play through the line of the ball, it should be doable for the team. Stewart is very experienced, Gokul as well. But the dot balls will add the pressure.
That's where the experience comes. You have to stay at the wicket to score the runs. Runs needed 33 from 5.2 overs.
It's going to be interesting to see how Ashish rotates his bowlers now. Obviously, Saifu Khalifa did well. Just gave 5 of his first over. Yash just giving 1 so far. And with every dot ball, the required run rate keeps jumping. Yash coming for the last delivery of the over.
Another dot ball. So
very good over from the youngster. Doing well under pressure.
You can see Rhinos are soaring now.
As they say, if a lion is well fed, he does not go for the kill. It looks like they felt that they were well fed.
So advantage Rhino?
I think at the moment it's looking so. Another wicket over here, especially of Kaduma, could really go down a long way. I see he's going to continue with Saifu. Oh, Ahil going for a dive.
Missed the chance, 2 runs.
Not able to get his hands under it. But a good try nevertheless. A single. "66 runs scored. That should be a chance. Dropping safely. And getting 2 once again.
Gokul showing his class here.
Gokul playing safe actually. He's taking it over the fielder in a safe area. Adil is playing like you with a straight bat.
That's how you play, that's you get the runs. A wicket here will be interesting.
That's 6 runs of the over so far. We've still got 2 balls to go. Both the players playing very intelligently, just rotating the score. Again another single, an easy single taken.
They have to keep rotating the strike. If they manage to do that, games is Simba's.
7 runs have been scored through this over. They appealed for a stumping, but Stewart was well inside. Empire not interested. That's the end of the 16th over. The score is 71 for 7. Simba Kings requiring 26 runs in 4 overs with 3 wickets remaining. The required run rate is sitting at 6.5. I think it is finely balanced between both the teams.
Yep, bat and ball perfectly balanced. Usually it's batsman's paradise. 24 from 4. It's an easy score. 26 from 4.
Yash coming in for his second over. Gokul facing him for the first time.
Another
Appeal.
play and a miss.
Half-hearted appeal by some of the fielders. Yash holding a very good line over there. Well fielded by Issa. The single was taken. It's quite important that Simba keep rotating the strike, as any dot balls from here will add a lot of pressure on them.
Stewart is the key for this moment now.
That should run away for a 4. And it has.
Yep, it has.
Found the gap between Ahil. A much needed boundary.
That's where Stewart's experience comes. One bad ball goes for 4. The run rate is now to 6.
Ashish changing the field a bit, putting himself at point. Good ball, well respected by Stewart. He's already got 5 runs off the over in 4 balls. Playing very sensibly. A slow ball.
A misfield by
A
Ashish.
misfield by Ashish. There's a chance there because Gokul had already taken off for a single. The running between the wickets hasn't been very good in this tournament. Do you put that down to obviously disjointed teams playing together, coming together?
Yes, because
Or
they haven't gelled together, so calling is an issue as well. You don't know your runner is faster, how fast he is, how quick he is.
that's the end of the 17th over. And the score's 78 for 7.
19 is required
Simba
from 3
requiring
overs.
19 from 3 overs.
3 overs, Rhino need 3 wickets.
What do you think Stewart is talking? What do you think Stewart and Gokul are talking at the moment in the middle?
Stewart must be saying, just keep it simple. Give me single, I'll give you single. 6 times 3, 18. One bad ball goes for 4. And the game is over.
That's a very quick. If just if that could be applied in the middle, it's as simple as that.
It looks so simple while talking. But when you are inside,
A single over there.
as I said, Stewart must have said to Gokul, just give me singles, I'll do the rest.
Do you think Ashish should be a bit more adventurous and call the fielders in? Especially with the way these two have batted in the last 3 overs, not going.
Oh, a misfield and they might go for 2.
If you
Nope.
see the player, they're not really going for any big hits as such. Do you think Ashish should just be adventurous and bring the field a bit up?
Yes, for Gokul, he has to bring it up. Because Stewart must have said, you just give me singles. Because each and every fielder inside the rope, inside the 30 yards is on the mark. None of them are coming too fast or too quick to cover these singles being taken.
I see a change. Ashish, Yash and Sefu have all come in now. So Ashish making the right decision here, trying to stop those singles.
They must have heard us. And then,
It's playing with soft hands there.
1 run to Gokul. So Gokul is playing really, really well here. 81 for 7, 17.3 overs. 16 needed from 15 balls.
Who do you think is under pressure at the moment?
Ashish, of course.
That's staying low. There's a chance there, but
an
a
overthrow.
very
There
poor
should be an
throw.
overthrow.
A very poor throw there. Aslan been given some words of encouragement from Juma. T20 requires you to be in the game every single ball. Stewart again, just Gokul, sorry. That's a bit confusing. The first ball Gokul faced, they brought themselves in. And the next ball, they dropped back deep.
If you see the scorecard, it's 5 balls, 5 singles taken. They're keeping it very, very simple. A play and a miss, that's an over. 83 for 7 in 18.
14 needed in 2 now. Stewart knows that there will be one bad ball. He's got to, obviously, Yash going in. As it looks, Seifu will be bowling the last over.
I think it will be Samo. A spinner bowling last over, 5 or 7 needed. It should be Muralidharan.
Zamo has had 3 overs, 1 maiden, 16 runs and 1 wicket. Seifu is 3 overs, 16 runs, but no wicket. Maybe they will go for Zamo with his pace and bounce.
And experience.
This is going to be a very interesting over.
This is like make it or break it.
Yash has done well for his 2 overs till now. 2 overs, 8 runs. The long off is in 30 yards. Oh, that should be a 4.
That should have been a marvelous catch. It would have taken.
Gokul. The half chance is not falling for the Rhinos.
And the Simba Kings are marching towards victory.
Simba now needing 10 runs to win this game.
From 11 bowls.
The camp is on their feet.
The Royals need 3 good balls only. 3 good balls.
There's a single, a quick single there. A quick single there, so that's 5 taken.
From 2 balls.
9 needed. Does Stewart do anything different, or should they just continue playing the way they are?
As experienced as he is, he will be playing same way, unless otherwise.
Bitten by a slow ball there.
These 3 balls are very crucial.
Yash coming in. A single.
Ashish, what do you think if Zamo is given 5 runs to defend in the last over?
He backs himself, especially this season. He's got a lot of confidence in himself. But then Stewart, remember, has been in the game for a long time now, so he knows what the pitch is doing.
Oh, a direct hit.
It needed a direct
Would
hit
have been.
and sloppy. Very, very sloppy. The captain not happy.
Luck is favoring the Simbas.
These are the small mistakes that go against you, especially when the runs, you do not have runs on the board. There was a free gifted run. Needing 7 to win from 7 balls now.
Quite interesting. Once again, Stewart called Gokul. Probably said, let's go for a 1 run. And there you go, 1 run it is.
Stewart just guiding it to covers. So 6 and 6. I'll be honest to you, when the innings finished earlier, I told Sanjay I don't think this is going to go on for more than 10 overs.
I can see Zamo really charging. And
But
all the
remember,
players,
this is going to be a change of side for Zamo.
with the wind backing him,
Players coming together.
six balls, 6 runs needed. A hat trick would do wonders for Royal Rhinos. And 1 clean hit from Stewart would kill the Rhino.
Gokul, remember, hasn't faced the pace of Zamo. So Stewart will have that in his mind. It's all down to this over. We must congratulate the Rhino team, who played very well to get themselves in with a chance to win the game.
The partnership between Gokul and Stewart is 31. Gokul has contributed 19 of these 31.
He's really played responsibly for his age. And Stewart, he's taken the pressure off Stewart by just ensuring that runs are being rotated.
He hasn't done anything fancy. He has just played the correct shots to the balls coming into him.
Zamo all set, coming in for the first ball of the last over. 6 runs needed to win. Stewart going for a big hit. Don't think this is needed. You can see himself, action to himself. Take it easy, calm down.
And
It's taken a couple of seconds out of the pitch. Ashish has a quick word with Zamo.
He's motivating him. He has kept the field a bit wide so that Stewart can take 1 run and then Zamo can pin down Gokul. Another swing and a miss.
Zamo not interested in the wicket or the appeal. Just coming in straight with pace. This is a good contest. 6 required. Oh, for what happens if there's a tie?
I think a tie is a tie. There's no super over because there's a point table.
Okay. Zamo coming in for the 3rd one now. And Kaduma connects it, and it's going to be a single only.
Gosh, this is very interesting now. 5 from 3. Gokul to face Zamo for the first time.
Gokul being cheered from outside. A youngster under 19 being cheered in the crowd. And the way he's played, I don't think he's under pressure.
Well, the field has come up. The long off has come to.
He's got a
mid-off.
chance. And Zamo coming in.
What a shot! Oh.
That's an outstanding shot from a 17-year-old boy, Gokul Das.
A ramp over the keeper's head.
Stewart congratulating the boy. Remember, it's not done, but we've got tied. 2 balls to go, 1 run needed. It's a very proud moment for Gokul. Look at the boy standing on the side, looking very composed. I don't think a senior player would have tried that.
Never. This was a class shot. This actually the practice Steve Ticolo is giving to these boys is really working out.
Zamo coming in for the bouncer.
A wide ball. Is it?
Umpires looking at each other. That's one of the over.
So it's down to the last ball. 1 run.
Stewart will run. The keeper has come in front.
Has he taken one of his gloves off?
No, I don't think we have many Dhonis over here. Everyone stopping a single.
There you go.
Outstanding Gokul Das.
What a shot.
What an innings by the young boy to win the game for Simba. In the last ball of the game. There you go. The captain, the team, congratulating him.
Wow. Look at the scenes there.
It's a proud moment for all of us. The DC team, the TCA team, the APL organizing team, to see a youngster coming here and performing.
We can see the Simba's captain congratulating the young kid there.
So that's the end of it, and we'll be handing over to the presentation ceremony now. We'll be seeing you again in the next game. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nimejaribu kufuatilia mchezo kwa kina lakini bado sijaelewa.